America's most fearless female alligator hunter vanished from TV at the height of her fame, and nobody saw it coming. Pickle Wheat was pulling 12-foot monsters from Louisiana swamps while most girls her age were worried about Instagram followers. Then suddenly she disappeared. No goodbye episodes, no farewell tours, just gone. But before we reveal what really happened to television's toughest woman, you need to understand who she really is. Because the truth about Pickle Wheat is far more incredible than anything you've seen on TV. Her real name is Cheyenne Nicole Wheat, born September 21, 1995 in Poydras, Louisiana. But this isn't some Hollywood origin story. Pickle grew up in St. Bernard Parish, where the Mississippi River dumps into the Gulf of Mexico, creating the most dangerous hunting grounds in America. This is where families don't just hunt alligators for sport, they hunt them to survive. The Wheat family has been hunting these prehistoric killers for 4 generations. Pickle's great-grandfather was among the first licensed gator hunters in Louisiana, back when one mistake meant death, and there was no camera crew to call for help. Her father Eddie continued the tradition, teaching Pickle that in their world, respect for nature isn't just philosophy. It's the difference between coming home alive or not coming home at all. Most kids learn to ride bikes. Pickle learned to read water. By age 10 she could spot a gator's eyes from 50 yards away. By 12 she was steering boats through bayous that would terrify grown men. By 15 she could haul 100-pound reptiles onto narrow wooden platforms without breaking a sweat. This wasn't child's play. This was preparation for a life where weakness gets you killed. The nickname Pickle came from family conversations where Nicole sounded like pickle when spoken fast. But the name stuck because it fit. Like pickles preserved in brine, she stayed unchanged no matter how tough things got around her. The Wheat family also ran a duck and turkey call business, making tools that hunters across America depend on. Pickle learned every step of this process, from cutting wood to testing sounds. This taught her something most people never learn: the difference between good enough and perfect. That attention to detail would later make her a TV star. When producers from the History Channel first heard about a teenage girl who could hunt gators like a seasoned professional, most thought it was just local legend. Louisiana swamps are full of tall tales, but when they actually met Pickle in 2020, they realized they'd found something special, not just another reality TV character, but the real deal. Swamp People had been running for 11 seasons by 2021. The show had made stars out of veteran hunters like Troy Landry and Willie Edwards, but ratings were starting to slip. Younger viewers weren't connecting with the same old faces doing the same old hunts. The producers needed fresh blood, but they also needed someone who wouldn't embarrass the show's reputation for authenticity. Adding Pickle to season 12 was a massive gamble. The swamp hunting community is traditionally male-dominated and suspicious of outsiders, especially ones brought in by TV executives. If she couldn't deliver, she'd be exposed as a fraud in front of millions of viewers. If she could deliver, she might save the show. From her very first episode, Pickle proved she belonged. Paired with Troy Landry, the show's biggest star, she didn't act starstruck or nervous. She just worked. When Troy set lines, she prepped bait. When he called shots, she positioned the boat. When 12-foot gators exploded from the water, she stayed calm and did her job. Troy Landry later said something that revealed everything. Pickle doesn't have to prove she's good, she just needs to show up and do her work, and that's enough. In the world of reality TV, where everyone's trying to create drama and stand out, being consistently competent was revolutionary. The numbers don't lie. Episodes featuring Pickle scored higher ratings than the season average. More importantly, they brought in younger demographics that had been abandoning the show. Social media mentions exploded. Suddenly, teenage girls were posting about wanting to learn gator hunting. Pickle had achieved something most reality stars never do. She made her show bigger than herself. But success brought new challenges. The History Channel expanded her role, adding her to Swamp People, Serpent Invasion, a spin-off show filmed in Florida's Everglades. Instead of hunting gators in familiar Louisiana waters, she was now tracking invasive pythons in a completely different ecosystem. Different terrain, different techniques, different dangers. Most people would have struggled with this transition. Pickle adapted like she'd been doing it her whole life. She learned to move quietly through sawgrass, to spot python tracks in mud, to handle 20-foot snakes that could crush a human. Her success in Florida proved that her skills weren't just about knowing one particular swamp. She was a natural hunter who could adapt to any environment. For 4 seasons, from season 12 through season 16, Pickle became the face of modern swamp people. She represented something viewers had never seen before. A young woman who could honor old traditions while bringing new energy. She wasn't trying to change the hunting culture, but she was proving that it could evolve without losing its soul. Behind the cameras, however, Pickle's life was changing in ways that would soon reshape everything. At the end of 2022, she shocked fans by posting a sonogram photo on Facebook. She was pregnant, and the father was Joshua Kipps, an emergency medical technician from Louisiana. Most people had no idea she was even in a relationship. The pregnancy announcement created immediate speculation. Would she quit the show? Could a pregnant woman safely hunt alligators? Pickle's response was typical. She'd work until it didn't make sense to work anymore. And that's exactly what she did. Throughout 2023, viewers watched a pregnant Pickle continue to appear in episodes. She steered boats, checked equipment, and supervised hunts even as her condition became obvious. In behind-the-scenes footage, she explained her philosophy. "I feel better out here in nature than sitting at home doing nothing." The image of a pregnant woman confidently working in one of America's most dangerous environments became iconic. In May 2023, Pickle gave birth to her daughter Miami. The announcement came through her typical no-nonsense social media style. Just a photo of the baby's tiny hand in hers. No celebrity magazine exclusives. No dramatic reveals. Just a new mother sharing her joy with people who cared about her. After Miami's birth, Pickle continued appearing on Swamp People, but with reduced frequency. She was balancing new motherhood with professional obligations, showing viewers that it was possible to maintain your identity while adapting to life's biggest changes. Her appearances became more selective, but when she did show up, she brought the same competence and authenticity that had made her famous. In October 2024, Pickle announced her second pregnancy. By January 2025, she was sharing weekly updates with her growing social media following. The most significant moment came when her wedding to Joshua Kipps was featured in a season 16 episode that aired in February 2025. The outdoor ceremony was simple but meaningful, attended by family and her Swamp People colleagues. On April 4, 2025, Pickle welcomed her son Casey into the world. This should have been a purely joyful moment, but it also marked the beginning of something fans hadn't expected: her gradual disappearance from television. Since late March 2025, Pickle's presence on new Swamp People episodes has become almost non-existent. Her name disappeared from promotional materials. New episodes feature only archived footage of her or brief clips from previous seasons. The show's social media accounts stopped posting new photos of her. For longtime viewers, the change was impossible to ignore. On her personal Facebook page, Pickle posted something that many interpreted as an explanation. Right now, being at home is the #1 priority. She didn't announce she was quitting the show, but she didn't need to. Her absence spoke louder than any official statement. This created a storm of speculation among Swamp People fans. Some were angry, feeling like she'd abandoned them just when the show needed her most. Others were supportive, praising her for choosing family over fame. The debate raged across social media platforms, with everyone having theories about what was really happening. The truth is probably simpler than the conspiracy theories suggest. Pickle has always been clear about her priorities. Family comes first. Work comes second. Fame doesn't even make the list. After 5 years of television success, she had achieved financial security for her family and proven everything she needed to prove. Why continue grinding out TV episodes when she could be raising her children? But there's another factor that most people don't consider. Reality television is exhausting, especially for someone trying to maintain authenticity in an industry built on manufactured drama. Pickle never played the reality TV game of creating fake conflicts or exaggerating her personality for cameras. She just did her job and let viewers decide if they liked what they saw. After years of that approach, she'd built a loyal following of over 130,000 Facebook followers who appreciated her honest communication style. Unlike most reality stars, she didn't need television to maintain her connection with fans. Her social media presence gives her direct access to people who care about her story. Recent posts show Pickle adapting to life as a mother of 2 while maintaining her connection to the outdoors. She started a fitness routine to prepare for future hunting seasons. She shares discoveries like finding wood that naturally glows in the dark. She posts family photos that show two young children growing up in the same Louisiana environment that shaped their mother. The question everyone wants answered is whether she'll return to television. The honest answer is that nobody knows, possibly including Pickle herself. The History Channel hasn't made any official statements about her status. She hasn't announced permanent retirement from the show. The door seems open for a future return, but only on her terms. What we do know is that Pickle's impact on swamp people and reality television goes far beyond her episode count. She proved that authenticity resonates more powerfully than manufactured drama. She showed that viewers will connect with real people doing real work, even if that work happens to be incredibly dangerous. She demonstrated that you can honor tradition while bringing fresh perspectives. Most importantly, she's shown that success doesn't have to come at the cost of your values. In an industry where many people chase fame at any price, Pickle built a career by staying true to who she was. And when that career started conflicting with what mattered most to her, she had the courage to step back. Today, Pickle Wheat is living quietly in Louisiana, raising her children in the same swamp community that raised her. She's teaching them the same values her father taught her: respect for nature, the importance of hard work, and the understanding that some things matter more than money or fame. Whether she returns to television or not, her story represents something powerful. In a world that often rewards the loudest voices and the most dramatic personalities, Pickle succeeded by being genuinely herself. She didn't need to create fake drama or manufacture conflicts. She just showed up, did exceptional work, and let that speak for itself. The Louisiana swamps continue their ancient rhythms, unchanged by television schedules or rating periods. Somewhere in that wild landscape, a young mother is passing on traditions that have survived for generations, teaching her children that strength comes from knowing who you are and having the courage to live by your values. That's the real lesson of Pickle Wheat's story. Success isn't about staying in the spotlight forever. It's about making choices that align with what truly matters to you, even when those choices surprise other people. She emerged from America's most dangerous swamps to become a television star, and then she chose to return to what made her special in the first place: family, community, and the timeless values that money can't buy.